everyone, welcome back. I'm super excited to be here, and of course, happy Friday. I can see so many amazing people in the chat, and I gotta move a cable because it's right there hiding your names, and I want to make sure that I say hi to everybody here. I can see Paloma, I can see Cartoon Katie, Jotirmia, happy Friday, of course, happy Friday, Wade, Luna B, Colby City, Nor, nice to see you. It's been a while until I've seen you in chat. Fantastic. Nice to see you here. Also, Anthony King, Matt, Jack Watson are in the chat. Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here with me for this challenge, which I believe is challenge number 4. Paloma, I missed you as well, Paloma. It's fantastic to be here. Actually, you guys are having a super Illustrator vibe today. I'm coming straight from an amazing session of Make It on Illustrator on the iPad. So I'm super excited. As you can see, I'm wearing the previous splash screen of Illustrator. So if you're using Illustrator, I believe 2019, you'll probably have this image here from the amazing Illustrator Kerning Brissot that I have the pleasure to work with until now. But let's jump into our amazing challenges. And in order to get started, of course, our best friend will be always the amazing landing page for the challenges. Nor said, I was here, but I changed my name a lot. Oh, you were Laura Ipsum. Okay, fantastic, Nor. It's good to know that you were here. Now I can recognize you with your with your name. But again, thank you so much for sharing this time with me. And as I say, today is challenge number 4. We're going to be working on creating branded assets for Instagram. In fact, we're going to see how to create assets both for your stories and your posts that are connected and work well together, and also how to reuse it as a template. So make sure to stay tuned. Where you can find videos for Make on the iPad. So we're working behind the scene, and we're gonna let you know very soon. But probably if you follow, I believe it's Adobe Designers on Twitter and Instagram, you'll be able to learn more. At the moment, the app is still in beta, but it's gonna be an amazing tool. And hopefully we're gonna be doing challenges on the iPad pretty soon as well. So while I'm here, I wanted to remind you to make sure to click on Get Started in order to open the starter file for today. In fact, you will find the Instagram asset Illustrator file, here it is, and one image that I provided for you to just follow along with me. But as usual, feel free to use your images. I'm super excited to see your work on Discord, especially when you use image of your kitties, of your doggies. You know, guys, that I'm a pet lover, I'm an animal lover. So when you share your personal photos with your best friends, I really enjoy. Sherry saying, love your shirt. Yeah, this is curving work. I had the fantastic opportunity of working with him in these past 2 days, and I wanted to give him a shout because he's a fantastic illustrator based, I believe, in New York. So happy Friday, Ratmani. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I was talking about Discord. For those of you that are not on Discord, make sure to head from our landing page and click on the community chat, or you can always follow the link just above my head, which is a bit.ly/AI Discord, and you'll be transported into our fantastic world international chat and server, I believe it's called. So in this amazing place, the beauty is that you'll be able to share your work, and I'm looking at my screen, but you can see it. Sorry about that, guys. You should be able to see it right now. And so in here, you can share your work under the feedback challenge channel. In fact, as I've been showing you every day, all you have to do is to click on the little plus, and I can see Jack Watson is giving feedback to your amazing work. And as you can see, you can find the previous work that was yesterday. We worked on some fantastic and fun retro neon typography and all the other challenges. And again, remember, this is a safe space for you to share your work. We're here to learn new tricks. Hopefully you'll find some helpful techniques in order to speed up your workflow in Illustrator. And don't worry, if you're perhaps just starting from our landing page, you can scroll down and also download Illustrator directly here. Also here, there is another link to our community. But most importantly, here we are on Discord. It's important to share your work so you can inspire other people, and of course you can get feedback during next stream. and I'm going to jump into Illustrator. Hopefully by now everyone has opened the Illustrator file. Jack Watson is saying, keep sharing your amazing work even through the weekend. Yes, correct. Thank you so much for the reminder, Jack Watson. I also have a lot of questions regarding the challenges, if it's okay to start today, if it's okay to perhaps start on day number 3. It's completely up to you. This is your time to build that project that you never had time to build, to learn more. And today we're going to be learning about how to create some amazing social media assets. So let me know in the chat. Megan, yes, we're just about to get started. Make sure to head on the landing page and download the starter file so you too can work along. Ankit is asking how to share the work. I'm going to show you straight away. So we're going to give time for everyone else to download their starter file. When you are on Discord, I believe the question was from Ankit. All you have to do is to click here on this little plus. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it better. Here it is. And then when you click on it, it will open a window from your desktop. And I'm just going to share with you some fun work regarding today. Fantastic. Here it is. So that's what we're going to be creating today. Some fun assets. And all you have to do is to select a JPEG file or PNG and then click on open and then click on upload. And once you do so, here it is. The artwork is shared with our fantastic community of designers, students, and of course, our amazing mentor. I can see that online we have Colby, Andrew Ocradle, Jack Watson, the amazing Kathleen, and that's me, and Rocky Rogue. So absolutely fantastic. That's the way you can share. Let me know if that's okay, Ankit. Super easy to share the work on Discord. And also, I'm going to tell you how to share your work into Behance as well. Fantastic. But let's jump into Illustrator and learn how to create those assets so they look coherent when we post it on our onto our social media, into our Instagram. Hi Hetza, and Kit saying, I'm kind of here in a meeting. You're amazing. You're still sticking with us even if you're busy. Okay, so let's start by importing the photo that I shared with you. And remember, in order to place a file, we're going to use the smart shortcut Shift Command P, which is Shift Control P on Windows. And then I'm going to go ahead and select the image that you guys have as well from the starter file and click on place. Then all you have to do is to click anywhere you want in the artboard in order to place the image. I'm going to zoom out and then hold on Shift and drag one of these corners from the bounding box of the image in order to scale it proportionally, just like so. Then, because I want to frame it into a shape, perhaps a circle, what I'm going to do is to head into my toolbar here on the left, and here where it says rectangle tool, I'm going to click and hold in order to discover the hidden tools, and the one that I'm looking for is the ellipse tool. You can also directly access the ellipse tool by pressing the letter L on your keyboard. I always like to teach shortcut because I think that they're a great time savers. Now, when you click and drag to create your ellipse, you can hold Shift in order to constrain proportion and create a perfect circle. And I think that's a nice size. I think it will work well for our Instagram post. And then what I'm going to do with my circle selected, I'm going to head into my properties panel, and probably I'm going to have to jump on the other side of the screen. Let me hope. Here it is. So you can actually see better here the align panel. I'm going to make sure that it's aligned to artboard by clicking on this down pointing arrow here. And then I'm going to click on the second icon, which allows us to align the image horizontally on the artboard and then align it vertically. So as you can see, now we know that the circle is placed at the center of our square post. Fantastic. So now we're going to resize the image here to make it a little bit larger by pressing Shift and drag it up. And if you want to press Option as well, what it does, not only scale it proportionally, that's the Shift key. By pressing Option on Mac, Alt on Windows, you scale it from the center. So as you can see, whoops, it goes, you can scale it respect to the center of the image. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do now in order to display the image through my circle is to click and drag to select both images and then use the shortcut Command 7, that's Control 7 on Windows. So as you can see, I think I missed a little bit of the top of my circle here. Don't worry, you can always access your image back by double clicking into your mask. And as you can see now, the image is selected because we can see the rectangle bounding box. So all I have to do is again hold Shift to scale it proportionally and Option to scale it to the center, and we have filled this the circle completely. Fantastic. Now we're going to start by creating a background. I'm going to click on the rectangle tool and click and drag on the artboard just like so. And then using our shortcut Command Shift left curly bracket, we can bring it to the back. Also, if you want to perhaps create straight away a square that is the same size of the artboard, I'm going to click on delete and show you how you can do so. Click once on the rectangle tool and then click here where it says intersect. So basically it's telling you that your pointer, your cursor is at the corner of our artboard, and click once to have the size of the rectangle that you want to create. And I'm going to use 1080 pixels by 1080 pixels, which is the resolution of the Instagram post, and click on OK. And once you zoom out, you can see that the rectangle, in this case the square that we created, is perfect size that matches our Instagram post. So let me see if there is some question in the chat. I can see the chat moving. Never too late to join. I agree, Jack. Yes, Ankit, the share is in the community. You're very, very welcome. Ratmani says that it needs a mental break from everything. Well, that's what Adobe Live is for, just to give you a little break from everyday routine while you learn new things. So what I'm going to do now is to bring this background to the back so we can see our image, and I'm going to do so with our shortcut Command Shift left curly bracket. That's Control Shift left curly bracket on Windows, and then I'm going to press the letter I in order to trigger our amazing eyedropper tool. You can also find the eyedropper tool here on the toolbar, and all you have to do is to click once, and as you can see, you can go anywhere on your artboard in order to select a color. All you have to do is to click once, and as you can see, I've picked a color from our photo because I wanted to make sure that it is consistent. And you can always go back and click other colors, so perhaps that was a little bit too dark, or maybe we can find a darker brown, whatever you prefer. I'm just going to stick with a darker brown for now. I really like the contrast. I think it makes it pop. But give me your advice in the chat, so perhaps I can change it while we're going. Hi, Emma. Thank you so much for joining me. Also, if you are watching us from YouTube, make sure to add on behance.net/live, so I will be able to answer your question live. And if you do have questions, please keep them coming. I love to be able to use this time to help you if I can. Sometimes I'm the one who asks questions and you guys help me figure things out. And I'm going to create now a little bit more of the decoration around our post. You can keep it like that if you prefer, but I just want to give you some ideas. And perhaps what we can do is to create another ellipse just to keep it consistent. And then I'm going to press on I to trigger the eyedropper tool, and I'm going to use the same color, here from our artboard. And then I'm going to click and drag to create a copy. So in this case, click and drag an Alt Option on Mac. That's Control on Windows in order to create a copy. No, Option on Mac is Alt on Windows. Let me know in the chat. I believe it's Alt on Windows. As you know, I have a Mac, and I know that for sure on a Mac, the shortcut in order to create a copy while you drag is Option, but I believe that on a Mac is, on a Windows is Alt. So we created now another circle here. And what we can do is with this circle selected, we can hold Shift. Thankfully, we got Shift on Windows as well. And click on the other circle and press Command G to group this item together. So when we move them and we align them, we can be able to align them together. And again, I'm going to align them vertically and horizontally in my artboard. And here we are. We created our first asset here. Now, in order to make sure that our story is the same, what I like to do when I post a story on my Instagram, I like to tell everyone that I've done a new story, but I want to kind of make people feel curious about my stories. So the way that I do that, and the way that I suggest you do that as well, is to create a copy here of your image by clicking and dragging on all over the post artboard, and then again pressing Option and dragging on the other artboard, just like so. And by the way, the previous artboard, so this one here for the post is 1080 pixels by 1080 pixels, while the story one, and I'm gonna click on the artboard tool so you can see the actual size, is 1080 by 1920. Here it is. So this is the size for Instagram story. I give it them to you so you can actually use it as a template as many times as you want. You got the file ready, but I think it's good to know the correct size. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do here is to click on the background and drag it up so we can actually fill our entire story. I usually leave a little bit of space on the top free so I can, you know, make sure that my photo and if any other information is there, it doesn't get mixed up. And then I'm going to use the pen tool in order to create some shapes that cover my photo. So in this case, I'm using the curvature pen tool, just like so, and I'm going to click on I to get the eyedropper tool. Now you can also slice this photo. If we go here under the eraser tool, we got the knife, so perhaps we can use the knife to split this image just like so. So it looks like almost it's coming from a little egg, so we can see a little bit of the image, but also we have the rest of the post hidden. And the reason why I do that usually, and you can do it with this shape, or perhaps you can simply use the normal pen tool and create a polygon just by clicking and creating some dots, just like so. The only reason why I create those shapes is because I like to keep my followers intrigued about the post, so they will actually go and follow the post. In fact, perhaps I'm gonna add another circle here just to hide a little bit more of the image, so people are more likely to click on it. And then if you want, you can also click on the type tool and click and drag and perhaps write something like this is, oops, my new post. And I'm going to select all the text by pressing Command A on my keyboard and make sure that we give it a lighter color, otherwise we're not able to read it. And definitely we need to make the text bigger. And definitely we need to make the text bigger because I wasn't even reading what I was writing. So I'm gonna edit it real quick. So this is my new post. And the beauty of that is that I know that you can do that on Instagram directly, but the beauty here is that you can really find any font that you want into our amazing libraries here. And I'm gonna use perhaps this Pica Ultra. Let's see how it looks like. Nice and bold, fantastic, and press Shift Command O in order to outline the text. So that gives you a little bit more flexibility, so you're not stuck just with the font that Instagram gives you access to. Now remember, in order to save those assets, all you have to do is to use the shortcut Option Command E and select the PNG or the JPEG output and click on Export Artboard, and I'm going to call it Instagram. Now, before I say goodbye and I wish everyone a fantastic weekend, I want to show you an amazing trick. So let's say that you want to create and use this asset even more. What I'm going to do is to click on the artboard and click on Option and drag, because yes, you can also copy the entire artboard. And what if I want to just change the image, but I want to keep the design? Well, all you have to do is to double click into your mask until you select your image and go under Window and find Links. And now where you have your link selected, click on this little icon here that allow you to relink the file. And I'm going to use this other image and click on Place. And as you can see, it swaps the image from inside the mask. And all I have to do now is to click on the colors here on the top. And again, use the eyedropper tool in order to change the color. And perhaps I'm going to use the blue like I did in the other time. And here we can change it to the orange. So as you can see, I've used the template in order to create different assets, and you can swap as many photos as you want. Am I saying, Claudia, I like that you work with shortcuts. Can you share the most frequently used one? They help me a lot. Everything happens like magic. Yeah, I love it. It's like playing music. And I think, Emma, you're completely right. The workflow, it speeds up and things happens without even going to the menu. So the one that we used here are the letter I in order to trigger our eyedropper tool, and the letter L in order to trigger our ellipse tool. And in order to create our mask, we used Command 7. So remember, you need to click on both objects and then Command 7 to create the mask. So those that were the most used for today. What setting would you suggest for best quality to export with, please, for PNGs and JPEGs? So what I do, Edza, to be completely honest, I rely on this export for screen, which is wonderful when you have to post online. And again, all I do is another shortcut, Emma coming, is Option Command E, and I select the artboard. So in this case, for example, I just select the first two, and then I make sure that I select the destination folder, like my desktop, and click on choose. And what you can do here, because we already selected the right size, so we already got the perfect resolution for an Instagram post, which is the 1080 by 1080. All I do here is to select JPEG, just because it's a little bit faster in order to send via email, to send to my phone. Something that is sometimes very cool, if you want to make sure that you don't lose any resolution, is to scale it. So if you do, for example, 2 times by, you can create a different scale. And something super cool is that you can create a different format here. So for example, I can have one assets that are 100% and the other one that are at 200%. In fact, when I'm going to click on export artboard, if we go here into my desktop, you can see that we have one image, which is the original one, and then the other one that is double the size. So you do that just in one click using an amazing shortcut. Now, what I suggest you to do in order to post those artwork, perhaps if you want to share on your Behance and not only on your Instagram, remember, create another artboard and click and drag and then press return, and make sure that the width is 1400 pixels by 1000 pixels. Again, the height doesn't really matter. You can do a taller if perhaps you want to display more than one, completely up to you, and click on OK. And then all you do is you can either do that within the same file by clicking and dragging and creating a copy, just like so. And then perhaps I'm gonna click and drag and create a copy of this one as well. Or all you have to do is to create a new document and then simply place the JPEG. Again, that's completely up to you. And you can also save this one with the same technique that we used before, because of course, if it's gonna go into our lovely Behance, is going to be for screen anyway. So that could be perhaps a good way to display all the assets that you created together. So even when you shared them on Discord, you can share them together all in one file. So you'll be able to have the review, a full review all in one time. So remember, in order to create new assets, all you have to do is to double click on the link and click on this little icon, which I'm gonna zoom in, that says relink. Unfortunately, it's already time to say goodbye. I had an absolute blast this week here during the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge. Of course, don't forget that I'm going to see you next week again with another amazing week of challenges. I hope that you enjoyed your time. Monica, don't worry, there is always the replay. And don't forget to look below me on Behance in order to check the schedule for this amazing, fun Feel Friday. But it was my pleasure to be with you this week, and I look forward to catch you on Discord and of course next week here on Behance. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye.